Made me jump then you came in so early. Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome to The Wave, the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast. We're back again.
We are indeed. Penultimate week of the season.
It is exciting time.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Coming up to the end of our 10th season in Bottom of the Stream.
Yeah.
In this stream.
So
scary times.
There are only 2 more opportunities for a movie to hit top spot in this season.
There are indeed.
Table.
They are indeed. What is this week's
so if you come
opportunity?
Back, if you come back on Thursday, then you will hear us talk about The Womb.
You will indeed. The Womb. Great name for a film.
Yeah.
Indonesian horror movie.
Horror movie.
Wildcard from Jordan Shenton, our
yes.
Patreon.
Who? Not to tease it too much, is traditionally quite a canny player of his wildcard.
He's a strong contender in the wildcard race usually.
Yeah.
It's exciting to find out what the Womb will bring us.
Yeah. Maybe a baby.
Who knows? Maybe a baby.
Maybe baby.
Maybe baby.
But come back to find out.
This Thursday coming.
On Thursday.
It's like 3 days away if you're listening to this on the day it comes out.
And we'll also find out what will be the final movie of the season.
We will indeed, yes. Finale week.
Yeah.
Or next week's finale week.
Indeed.
So Robin will select next week's finale.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
It is. And then
that'll be our 250th movie we've done on this show as well. How scary is that?
And then
it's a lot of movies.
It's Botska season again.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll go away and do our nominations. So that'll be
soon.
Yeah, probably be just into July by the time that happens.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I can't work out the days.
No, we need to figure out how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, that sort of thing.
Then we'll roll back around to
Season 11.
To the second 250.
Wow, start again.
Yeah.
Start from scratch.
On the road to 1,000.
Oh my goodness. 1,000's like 20 years. Well, it was on 250 and 5.
Yeah.
So 1,000 is 20.
Yeah.
For 15 years' time, we'll be in our early 60s.
Early 60s.
Late 50s. That's scary.
Yeah.
We'll be like holograms in people's brains by then.
Oh, we won't even have to speak.
No.
We'll just be like...
Just get the AI to do it.
Yeah. We'll just have to like blink and our unconscious will talk.
Yeah.
Create a podcast.
Job done. It'd be so much easier, wouldn't it? Yeah. Into people's brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Be so much easier.
Yeah.
Have you been anyway, Nick? Have you got any gossip? What have you been up to?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
I was away again for a couple of nights with work this week. So what's exciting? Has anything exciting happened? I'm trying to think. I should prepare this bit in advance.
Because I ask you every week.
Then, I don't think anything that exciting has happened. No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
No, not
that's
exciting.
Fine. You just have to have
had a bit of a sad week. My granddad died.
Oh, that's sad.
So quite suddenly. Well, I say suddenly. He was very old, but still suddenly, in that he was ill quickly and passed away.
So been a bit of a...
No, I don't want to bring the room down. Sorry.
It's been a bit of a manic week, I imagine.
Yeah. So,
okay, well...
How about you?
We'll use the wave to try and rejig your...
Mojo. Okay.
I couldn't think of a word then. My hands were going, but my voice wasn't.
Yeah, they were.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. I've lost the hole that my washing line goes in.
Yeah,
so that's a slightly different week to you.
Now, I think I almost was them to say we stop recording and let's go and find the hole.
However, it's the middle of June, so obviously it's pissing it down outside.
And your grass is going to be, well, as is mine, become very soggy.
I've got a rotary washing line.
Yes.
And there's obviously a hole in the lawn that it fits into. And it's been there for years.
Yeah.
And I took it out to cut the lawn this week. And I've been out 3 times since to try and find this hole. And I cannot find it anywhere. It's like the Mandela effect. I think there was a hole. I'm sure there was a hole. I remember digging the hole. But it is not there now.
Your grass isn't long either.
No.
So this shouldn't be that difficult.
No. So all I can think is that whilst I've been mowing the lawn, something has fallen into the hole.
Yeah.
And blocked the hole.
Maybe a mouse?
Maybe a mouse? Maybe some grass or a bit of
maybe
mud?
some grass.
Or a stone? I don't know, but it isn't there.
I still think you'd spot, if you were near it, you'd spot, oh look, that's massive stones in the hole that's about the size of a...
Yeah. I've done this task hundreds of times.
Yeah.
And I've never had an issue finding the hole.
What? Pulled it out and put it in?
Pulled it
You've
out and
never
put it
had
in.
an
I've
issue
never had
finding
an
the
issue finding the hole.
No.
But this week, for some reason, I cannot get it in the hole.
It happens with age sometimes, I guess. That's what they say.
But other than that, that's my most dramatic thing that's happened to me this week.
But we could both get out there on our hands and knees and try and finger the hole.
We could do that, but it's too wet.
Yeah.
But,
Don't want a wet hole.
wow, I'm in a really weird mood this week, and I don't know if it's going to translate well onto this show. But
It's got to be there somewhere. 'Cause
it is there somewhere because it came out.
Yeah,
and it won't go back in
You
now.
need to get that shaft back in.
Absolutely do. I need to get some stuff dry.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm confident. I think by the end of the weekend you'll.
I'm sure by the end of the
Found
weekend
it.
I'll find it. Hopefully.
Okay.
Right. I think it's question of the week time.
Sure. I think we've got one each.
Well, we have got one each this week. Mine's not great
Because I don't think either of us are that confident in.
No. So, do you want me to do mine first,
Yeah,
or do you want to do yours first?
You go first.
Okay, I'm going to give you £1 million.
Accepted.
This is yours to keep.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life, it is yours.
Okay.
However, the issue that comes alongside that is that everybody over the age of 60 finds you unbelievably attractive from now on.
Okay.
To the point where they're like baby reindeering you.
Okay.
Do you accept my £1 million?
I don't understand how this is different to my real life. So,
Every older person that you
Everyone.
ever meet,
well, there's quite a lot of old people, aren't there?
all of them, everyone, male, female, and everything in between that, they're going to find you irresistible to the point where they start stalking you.
My wife's grandma's in an old person's home.
Yeah.
Couldn't go there again.
No, because you'd meet your wife's grandma and that'd be a disaster.
She can't move far enough to be a stalker. That's like that snail question. I'd keep her head.
When you go shopping, that's going to become an issue.
I would say 60's not that old.
It's not that old.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll try and have fun with it. I think you've got to.
I think it's going to get
I mean, a few
tedious
people
eventually.
might get sacked at work.
Yeah, there is that.
Because I'd be there trying to
Just do your job, and you've got these 60-year-olds just
I'm
jumping all over you.
beavering away at my spreadsheet and.
You don't need to be at work. I'll give you £1 million.
Yeah, true.
You could just lock yourself in your house if you wanted to.
Yeah, I suppose so. What? Never.
How old are your wife's parents?
Older than, and so are mine
I think we'll discount yours.
and yours.
Yeah. No, mine are up for grabs. But we discount yours. That's all sorts of weird.
I mean, just the population of my street is old.
True. Very true.
Bar a couple of houses. But it's mostly bungalows, my road. So
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Literally.
You would be.
Yeah. It kind of sounds fun, though, just to have a go.
Yeah? You reckon? I think
Yeah.
it sounds like horrendous.
What? Maybe I could travel everywhere by Zorb, and then they'd never get in. I've got £1 million. I'll buy a Zorb.
True.
Go
I mean,
to
you could
the
have a car.
shops.
They can't get in your car.
Oh, true, yeah. Yeah.
It would just become... I think it'd become tedious after a while.
It would get old quite quickly, wouldn't it? Probably.
But then there's also the opportunity of like actors or famous people that you might like to get involved with.
okay, maybe.
Like you could become friends with them.
I don't want to have Al Pacino's baby, thanks. You know what he's like.
True, I do know what he's like, and Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
But then you could like meet up with Judi Dench.
She right, okay. Well,
You don't have to do anything with her, but-
I'll get away from
True.
her easily.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything with her. You just like keep her at arm's length, but you become friends.
Yeah, true. I could use that phrase a lot. Like
We can
we're
be
just
friends. Let's just be friends, Judy.
Yeah.
So you're saying yes?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
going
giving
for
it a go.
Okay.
What about you?
No, I don't think I would. I think it's too scary.
You just witnessed my downfall.
Yeah. I don't like the affection of people at the best of times. So
Because if I found out, if people knew where I lived, they'd just like be pouring at the door.
yeah,
and
they
stuff,
would.
wouldn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Get your
I'll
phone
get a
number. They'll be ringing your phone number
I don't
constantly.
need a phone. I'll get a big gate.
True. Might annoy your wife after a while.
No, but when she gets to 60,
You are quids. You're not going to grow old alone. Put it that way.
okay. Yeah, I'm
Your wife just leaves you because of all of this, and then in 15, 16, 20 years' time, she comes back. She's like, I need you.
in for a penny, in for £1 million.
Why not?
Yeah.
Good question, though.
I liked it. I've got one for you.
Go on.
What's the most important job?
What's the most important job? Is that it?
Yeah. What do you think is the most important job?
It's a good question.
Take that any way you want.
It's a good question because there's a lot of people who have jobs that you don't see what they do, but it affects everything. So like, it's a tough one I need to think about. It's like, who's the man who keeps the TV going? Who's the man
Who's the man that keeps this? I don't know if there's one guy.
There's one guy somewhere that if he didn't do his job, the TV would go off.
Right, okay.
There must be.
Yeah.
Like, there must be a guy sitting somewhere who presses the button to start EastEnders.
Okay.
It doesn't know. It's not all automatic, is it?
That's just for one channel. You're saying it like there's one guy in control of TV. Like all.
True.
Maybe back in the day.
I don't know. It's a tough question. I don't know who's got the most important job.
I tell you,
It's somebody you've never heard of. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, I don't know if you have to go for a specific person. I'm more thinking
the
role.
job itself. Okay.
So doctors, nurses, that springs to mind.
I think it's something you wouldn't even consider.
Yeah. Like the man who keeps all the satellites in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The man who stops the world exploding. The man who stopped Donald Trump exploding the world whilst he was president. There must be a man who stopped him getting those codes.
That may have been their most important job for a while.
Yeah.
Don't know if it is now.
No.
Yeah.
Doctors.
Okay. I think that's a safe answer.
That's the safe answer. Doctors, nurses, teachers, dustbin men. Where would we be without dustbin men?
Do you know what? I can remember at school, you had the rudimentary computer program, and you had to put in I like this, and it gave you a career.
Yes.
And I put one of the questions was do you like being outside?
Yeah.
And I put yes. And my job was, they said, we suggest you be a gardener or a dustbin man.
It was really high hopes for you. It was like the beginnings of AI, wasn't it? It was like fill in these answers and it'll give you an answer. I remember that. I do remember that computer program. Dustbin man. How different would your life have been if you were a dustbin man? There aren't many more important jobs.
I don't know. There's some days where I go you know what?
I wish I was a dustbin man.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm not putting that job down at all.
No, not at all. I've just called it one of the most important jobs. That's a tough question, Nick. Can I give it some thought and come back to you on it?
You can. Farmers.
Because we're both just sitting here pondering now, and there's a podcast going on.
Oh yeah, there's podcasts too.
Farmers, absolutely. Influencers.
Get fucked.
Get fucked. Get fucked. Right, shall we do some Netflix news?
Let's do it. So,
what have we got?
Let's start. Quite a bountiful sack of Netflix news.
I do love a bountiful sack.
This week. And let's talk a little bit about the first hints we are getting about Squid Game Season 2.
Oh, okay.
The second season of the biggest Netflix show.
Biggest show?
Of all time. And it is interesting that Lee Jung-jae himself has been talking to Business Insider. I think mostly he was talking about the new Star Wars show that he's in on Disney Plus.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's called The Acolyte. But he is the first person to break ranks.
Ooh.
Because he told Business Insider that Squid Game Season 2 will be released in December.
Okay.
That's 6 months.
6 months away.
Yeah. He said he wrapped up filming on it last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nothing official from Netflix?
I'm going out on a limb here. I don't think it's coming in December.
Okay.
I think December is already quite a hectic month for viewing, and I don't think Netflix will want this to go up against anything else. And people watch Christmas movies in December. They don't watch TV in December because they're busy doing other stuff. If anything, this is coming earlier or later than that. I don't think.
I was just going to say, do you think then it may be coming earlier?
Maybe. Get the Christmas rush out of the way, or do you do it?
Well, I just
you
think
are going to do it.
I just think November's a bit of a dead zone.
Yeah, it is, and so is January.
Yeah.
So if you are going to, if it is coming December, I would expect it very late in December, personally. After all the festivities are.
So Netflix did release their. I think it was about middle of February when they did their what's coming in.
It's definitely coming in 24.
And they had a shot of him
Yeah.
walking out. You know, it was essentially the last shot from season 1.
Yeah, it was.
But it said it was in the coming this year.
It was indeed. Things get delayed though, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do.
Things get delayed. So I don't know. I'd be surprised if it comes December. I would expect it in the last few days of December.
Okay.
Personally, that's my personal opinion. Because they're going to want this to be as successful as it possibly can be.
Sure.
And they will have done all sorts of research on what's the best date to release this on. And I don't think there's a day in December that is. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it to do with Squid Game.
Cool.
We will move to the next story, which is some animation news. Netflix animation has revealed a string of sneak peeks and new clips of upcoming projects because this week was the Annecy Animation Festival.
Okay.
And some of the glimpses we've got include the first look at Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
Cool name.
Big news of the week there being that the villainous penguin Feathers McGraw from the Wrong Trousers will return to Wallace and Gromit.
Excellent.
In this movie. Yes, the story, according to Netflix, is Gromit is concerned that Wallace is becoming too dependent on his inventions. This proves justified when Wallace invents a smart gnome dubbed Norbert that seems to develop a mind of its own.
Okay. Who plays Wallace these days?
That's a good question. Because
I think he's been dead for a long time.
Yeah. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. We can find out. Yeah, so people get very excited that Feathers McGraw is returning.
Yes, that is exciting.
Also coming is Spellbound from director Vicky Jensen, best known for being one of the directors of Shrek. Spellbound follows the tenacious daughter of the rulers of Lumbria, who must save her family and kingdom after a spell transforms her parents into giant monsters.
Okay.
The daughter is voiced by Rachel Ziegler, the parents being voiced by Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem.
Excellent. Can I tell you a quick fact?
Yes, please.
Ben Whitehead is the voice of Wallace.
Okay.
And has been for 19 years. Since The Curse of the Were-Rabbit in 2005.
Brilliant.
Next.
Zack Snyder took to the stage.
Okay.
With his wife, Deborah.
Deborah Snyder?
Yes, as they launched the first look at Twilight of the Gods, their upcoming animated series for Netflix, which they described as a monumental tale steeped in the rich lore of Norse mythology, a tale of mortals and gods facing off in a pitched battle where the lines between honour and revenge are blurred.
Okay. Don't care.
He also received, Zack Snyder he received enthusiastic applause when he admitted he would love to do some more animated work.
Cool.
We'll come back to Zack Snyder later on.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
The presentation at the festival also included the first clip of The Twits.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix's animated Roald Dahl projects.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, there are a couple of sort of still photos. That sort of clip hasn't made its way public yet.
Oh, okay. So it was shown but not been released.
Yes.
Interesting.
So yeah, some big animation coming to Netflix.
Excellent. We do love an animation on this show. Well, we don't do many animations on this show, but they don't tend to hit the bottom of the stream. Do
No, they're pretty high profile, aren't they?
A lot of work goes into an animation, so there isn't many flops.
Do you know who can't watch some of Netflix animations?
Who?
People who have got 42 particular models of Sony TVs.
Okay. And why is that?
Because Netflix have announced that as of July the 24th, their streaming app will no longer be supported on some 2014 Sony Bravia TVs.
Right.
Due to technical limitations.
They're like 10 years old now. Get a new TV.
My last TV...
Yeah.
before we decorated and did our living room last year,
Yeah.
we'd had it for like basically 15 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, if you are interested, go and find. We'll put a link in the Discord or whatever. But
No, we
basically, if you've got an S9 TV, a W5 TV, a W6, 7, 70, or 8 TV, you need to get a new TV if you want to keep watching Netflix.
If your TV's
or find another
10 years old, you need to get a new TV.
Find another way of doing it.
That's like the first generation of smart TVs.
Is it?
It's got to be. 10 years ago.
10 years.
Got to be in it.
I suppose it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. That guy was only halfway through his career as Wallace.
He'd been doing it 10 years by then. Well, that's how out of touch we are.
Hey, you know we're now a games podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Netflix's Vice President of Games, Mike Verdu,
Yeah.
who we've mentioned a couple of times,
We haven't mentioned him in a while.
he's got a new job.
Oh, okay.
But, and this is the interesting part, Netflix aren't saying what his new job is.
Okay.
Like, he's moving on to some top secret
So he's got a new job within Netflix.
Correct.
But not games.
He is taking up a new role. As Netflix say, we ramp up our ambitions in the video game space.
Right.
Verdu was a former executive at Facebook and EA. He's been with Netflix since 2021. And Netflix are not releasing the details of his new position, but GamesIndustry.biz reports that it involves innovation in game development.
Oh, something's coming here, people.
He will continue to lead Netflix's video games business until a replacement is found. Verdu said, "I am so proud of what we've accomplished and excited to start a new team at Netflix on the cutting edge of game innovation."
Oh, I wonder what they're up to. They're up to something.
Netflix, going to be Netflix's first
party
AAA
first party, made it themselves game.
I reckon it's going to be something like that. Takes ages to make a game.
Takes a long time. We'll keep our eye on any Mike Verdu news. I think I'd be saying that a few weeks ago.
We sure will.
Next
is the announcement that Netflix has commissioned an adaptation of an Agatha Christie story.
Okay.
The Seven Dials Mystery. It will be a limited series.
Right.
And will star Mia McKenna-Bruce.
Big name at the minute. She's everywhere.
She will play the lead. She will play Bundle, a young, determined sleuth.
Sleuth. I love that word.
Also in the cast are Helena Bonham Carter.
Nice.
And Martin Freeman.
Cool.
The show is going to be written by the creator of Broadchurch and former Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall.
Right. The man who ruined Doctor Who.
And will be produced by the same team behind The Crown.
Interesting.
The very brief synopsis released is: at a lavish country house party in 1925, a practical joke appears to have gone horribly, murderously wrong. Bundle sets out to unravel a chilling plot that will change her life.
Sounds interesting if you're into Agatha Christie stuff. Good cast.
That is quite a good cast to start with, isn't it?
Strong.
Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter loves doing all that sort of thing, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she was good in Enola Holmes, wasn't she?
Yeah.
It's that sort of same
Yeah.
vibe.
She's good at that sort of shit.
Martin Freeman seems to try a bit.
Too
As
hard.
he's got older. No, as he got older, he seems to try a bit more.
He's doing different stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not a big Martin Freeman fan.
He's just steady Eddie, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not. When have you ever watched Martin Freeman and gone, oh, my socks are off?
Yeah. Something about him doesn't sit right with me. I just I don't know. Don't know if he's my sort of guy.
Another Netflix limited series that we have some news on
Okay.
is their adaptation of Man on Fire, which was formerly the movie with Denzel Washington.
Great movie.
Really good movie.
Yeah, really good movie.
But it actually originates from a book, a 1980 novel,
Okay.
actually, from the author A.J. Quinnell. There is a whole book series of John Creasy, who's the special forces soldier who Denzel plays in the movie.
Right.
And that Man on Fire was the first book in the series, and Netflix are adapting that first, so I'm sure they've got an eye on
going for a few of them.
A franchise, a series. But cast as the lead in this for Netflix is Yahya Abdul Mateen II,
Sweet.
who I believe we've seen on this show
I think we have.
way back when.
Way back when. You keep talking, I'll start Googling.
I think maybe in the high school wrestling movie.
Burning Sands?
No, that was the high school hazing movie.
Oh.
There was one about the female
Oh, yeah.
wrestler. This is way back in the history of the show. So if we've done nearly 250 movies, this is going to be about movie 30, I reckon.
Okay.
Something like that.
I can see
You know
it.
which
First
movie I mean.
match.
Yes.
I can see the poster there.
I think he was the elder brother in that, and he was good.
Oh,
And he's been in loads of stuff since, loads of stuff. But yes, he will
plays Black Manta in the new Aquaman film.
Okay, yeah, he will lead Man on Fire, which will be.
It was in First Match. Well done, Nick.
Thanks.
Good memory.
He will be. This will be written, produced, and showrun by Kyle Killen, who is the gentleman behind the Fear Street trilogy.
Oh,
for
right.
Netflix.
Okay.
So yeah. I wonder if that's going to be
Sounds
like.
fun.
It's going to be Netflix's attempt to get on the. Amazon have had a lot of success with Reacher.
Yeah, true.
Haven't they?
Like
it feels like
action
it's
hero
the same
genre.
sort of box that they're playing in, I guess.
Playing a box.
Yeah. Okay, good. Right. Just before I get onto this actual story, I've not particularly highlighted this, but it has come out this week that the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight has been delayed.
Yes.
Following Mike Tyson's
Illness.
medical issue
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago. So I think he's moved to November now.
Yes, I think they've scheduled it for
From
November.
July. But that is not the sporting event that we should be excited about on Netflix.
Okay.
Because this week, Netflix have announced a new live sporting event that they will stream exclusively.
Okay. That sounds exciting.
It's September the 2nd,
Right.
which is Labor Day in the States.
Yep.
It's a bank holiday. And they will stream a winner-take-all hot dog eating contest
Amazing.
between reigning Nathan's hot dog eating contest champ Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Yeah. And his nemesis,
Right.
the previous champion before Chestnut, Takeru Kobayashi.
Right.
They will go head to head in what Netflix is calling Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef.
Sweet. Oh, that is exciting. The high-flying world of competitive eating.
If you wanted to know
I do want to know everything.
anything more about Joey Chestnut, he is the world record holder
Okay.
for eating 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Shit. Wow. That's incredible.
He is just
Is that including bun?
plowing them down. I presume so.
Wow.
Yeah, but apparently it's Kobayashi. And if you know your hot dogs, who put the sport on the map back in
really?
2001.
Really? So he's like the veteran of the game.
Yeah.
This is like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yes. So in 2001, Kobayashi won his first hot dog eating title,
Okay.
first of 6.
Right.
And in his first win, he doubled the amount consumed by the past winner.
Well, geez, that's like mind-boggling.
Yeah. And this is all this info is from Deadline, who have got a lovely way of words in this article because they say the two of them have not competitively dined together in 15 years.
Oh, wow. So this is like big deal. It's like veteran versus veteran.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I don't understand the next sentence at all. It's just words. Can you read that verbatim?
How this event has come around?
Yes.
So basically, Joey Chestnut has not been accepted into the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, which I think is the main competition in the States, because he is endorsing a plant-based hot dog maker. So so basically he's been chucked out of that.
It's because they call it a speed eating orgy, and I don't know if I like that word. So he's gone vegan, or he's aligned himself with a vegan.
Yeah,
and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
So now he's back.
Do you want to hear from them both?
Absolutely.
Chestnut said, through my years of competitive eating, Kobayashi stands out as my fiercest rival. Competing against him has pushed me to be so much better. I know that the fans have waited a long time for another chapter of our rivalry, and I can't wait for our massive showdown live on Netflix. It's time to give the people what they want. Kobayashi has said, retirement for me will only happen after I take him down.
Whoa.
This rivalry has been brewing for a long time. Competing against Joey live on Netflix means fans all over the world can watch me knock him out.
Oh, that's like trash talking as well. It's great. Do you know my absolute dream would be if this gets better ratings than Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
That would be so good.
It would be so funny.
Genuinely, I know which one I'd rather go and spectate you.
100%. 100%. There's only one that I'm looking forward to watching. I'm going to clear my diary for September the 2nd. That's for sure. I'm in.
Maybe we could do a live, because it's going to be like, we'll have to see what time it ends up being, because it
obviously.
might be early hours, depends if it's a nighttime event or a daytime event. I'm up for a live watch along of the hot dog eating showdown.
Can we see what we can do?
Yeah. What? It's a pre-show?
Yeah, me and you do a pre-show.
Maybe.
Who can eat the most? I don't think I'm not getting anywhere near 76 in 10 minutes. If I can do 6 in an hour, I'd be impressed.
I'm excited.
Me too. We'll do something around that date.
So, final piece of Netflix news this week, and we will finish with Zack Snyder. And I wish
we'd finish with Zack Snyder.
I don't want to get you too excited. I think this has got the potential to be the very last time we ever mention Rebel Moon on this show.
What? Really? Why?
Because Snyder has confirmed the release date for his cut
of the film that he cut
of the Rebel Moon
already.
movies.
Yeah.
The director's cut. Both parts will stream on Netflix from the 2nd of August.
Okay.
So they will be released on the same day. And they have also got completely different names.
Why?
To the Netflix versions. So they will now... We're not getting part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
We're getting chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Fucking fuck off.
So we've now got chapter 1. Rebel Moon chapter 1. Chalice of Blood.
Can you remind me of the original title? Do we know that?
A Child of Fire.
Okay.
All of these are meaningless words.
Yes.
Part 2 was called The Scar Giver.
Yes.
And that has now been renamed to Chapter 2. Curse of Forgiveness. It sounds very much... That's very Harry Potter.
It is, yeah. They both are Chalice of Blood and Curse of Forgiveness.
The running times are yet to
I was going to say this is going to make me angry.
announced. But I am giving you my word, Adam. We will not have that as a news item.
Oh, really?
When it is announced.
You've lost interest. This will not be the last time we discuss Rebel Moon. I'm telling you that for free. Yeah, I hate everything about that.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Good. So that's all the Netflix news.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, it was,
okay.
we need to round up some movie news. So let's talk about a massive stunt.
Okay. We just did. Stunt.
And in a great example of them being a million years behind everyone else, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Scientists, obviously the Oscar people,
yes,
have talked this week about the fact that they are considering about adding an Academy Award for Best Stunt.
Finally. How is this not a thing?
Bill Kramer, the Academy CEO, told Empire magazine that we are adding a new award that will launch in 2 years
Okay.
for casting directors. So they've got to do that one first.
Why does it take 2
I
years?
don't know. We're not quite ready yet, but in 2 years that will launch.
Okay.
So he says this proves that we are always open to discussions, and that they've said they would like to talk about stunts next. So maybe in about 5 years
We'll finally get one. I don't understand why it takes 2 years.
Stunts are new, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a new
It's
thing
not
that's been invented.
Yeah, nobody's been doing them since movies started. Why do you think it takes 2 years?
It's probably a lot of paperwork to do. Got to get them all the old dudes have got to vote, haven't they?
It's just weird.
And
but
there'll
when
be
everybody's
someone
voted,
sitting around going, I don't think a stunt's part of traditional movie making back in...
But it was.
Yeah, well, Charlie Chaplin,
Buster
exactly.
Keaton, they were all doing it. Oh, it's so frustrating. Yeah, absolutely, there should be a stunt category at the Oscars. If there's going to be a casting director, there definitely should be a stunts.
Some interesting news about a Disney Plus series.
Okay.
And that series is Shogun,
Right.
which I've watched some more of.
Okay.
Over the last couple of months. I've still not finished it, but it's great. I have to have time to myself to watch it.
Of course.
And
And you don't get any of that.
And the series Shogun adapted the one book. It's an adaptation of a book. A big book, but they did the whole thing.
But a book nonetheless.
Yes.
Okay.
So some people were surprised, on one hand, to hear that it has been commissioned for 2 more seasons
When there's no more content.
when there is no more book.
Right.
But this is what has happened. A second and third seasons are in development. And The Hollywood Reporter is saying that this will expand the story past its original limited series format. The expansion will see the show move beyond the James Clavell book that inspired the series and was entirely covered in season 1.
Right.
Co-creator Justin Marks and Rachel Kondo have been plotting ahead on a potential season 2 since December and joked that they are at the arguing stage of developing. It's because they're married.
Oh, okay.
You see, so it's a little joke there.
Like
We're shooting down each other's ideas currently, said Kondo. There's a lot of chaos, but it's creative chaos. We're throwing everything we have at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not against that idea.
Hey, you can do it. Do it well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
Good. Couple more.
Okay.
Now, certain people will be very excited about this because this is a show that I think has a real cult
A
following.
huge cult following.
And that is the news that an Adventure Time movie is in development.
This is huge news.
Including original creatives and showrunner Adam Muto returning to lead the project.
Okay. I don't know a lot about Adventure Time. I'm aware of its existence.
I'm more aware of it from like memes, clips.
Yeah.
I've never
seen
have
any
I
of
sat
it.
and watched an episode? I don't think I have.
I don't think I have.
It's one of those ones that its timing came in between like me having like me not watching anything cartoonish really,
Yeah.
but my kids being either not born yet,
Yeah.
or too young.
Too young for it.
Um,
But I know it's like hugely popular.
yeah,
And there's a movie coming.
there is
Sweet.
more to come on that over the coming months and years, I am sure.
Absolutely will be.
And a final piece of news
Okay.
is that there is a bidding war underway for the next movie from Parker Finn team, who was the guy behind Smile
Right. Okay.
last year.
Yeah.
Uh,
Year before.
yes, he is teaming with Robert Pattinson
All right.
to remake Possession,
Oh.
which was a 1981 supernatural horror movie. The bidders in line for this,
Yeah.
according to the Hollywood Reporter, are A24,
Yeah.
Netflix,
Standard. Right.
Paramount,
Yeah.
Sony,
Yeah.
and Warner Brothers.
So everyone,
Yeah.
apart from Amazon.
Finn is attached to write the script and direct. Patterson is on board to produce. His acting involvement is to be clarified later
He'll be acting.
as the script and schedules develop.
He hasn't got to the stage where he's just producing.
I think I have seen that. It's Sam Neill, the original one.
I don't know if I have. It's a bit before I was even
I
born.
feel like I have seen it. But Finn's got to finish Smile 2 first, and then he will move on to
Don't
that.
bother. Don't bother.
So, yeah.
Sweet.
That's all the news.
Good news. Well done. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I just have watched a movie.
Me too.
Which is the only thing I've really had time to watch this week. And I went on my way to watch it because I said I would last week. So I was like, I've got to watch this. And that is a French shark movie, Under Paris.
I also watched Under Paris this week.
Oh, excellent.
I watched it on Saturday night.
I thought it was really fun.
I thought it was great fun.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Batshit crazy.
Great fun.
Pure batshit. But yeah, great fun. Just like, it's a shark movie, which are 10 a penny. If you go on Amazon and type in shark movie, you would never be able to watch them all.
No.
But this one just kind of works because it's got a bit more of a budget and there's an actual shark in it. Whereas in most Amazon shark movies, there aren't. I thought it was great. It was stupid. It was fun. Just crazy.
I've got to say, the sort of pre-title scene.
Yeah.
So the first 8 to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm in.
I'm fully
this is like it was a genuinely captivating and tense scene
Yes. Agreed.
to set the whole thing up.
Yeah.
And I know some people might have problems with like basically the shark has returned to follow the woman, but that's one of the plots of one of the Jaws films. It's just like
it's 100%.
fuck it, and you know, sharks and whales do just traverse the world. So
Yeah.
I was like, I see some reviews going, "Oh, this is stupid." And I'm like, "What's the fucking point?"
Of course, it's the point. Shark movies are stupid. They're all a rip-off of Jaws, and there's hundreds of them. But yeah, I thought it was great. The ending was just fantastic. The last
Yeah, it just
sequence
kept going.
it just kept going and going and going. You can tell it got a budget behind it, and it just really worked.
Yeah.
It was really. I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun with it. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. When they were, you know, trying to spoiler is a bit of a spoiler, but there was a couple of shots in there.
Yeah.
I just thought the light, you know, when they were in the catacombs and they had all the like red lights and the
Yeah. It was.
and they were in the
tense.
nest.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks great.
It did look
like-
great, and it was genuinely quite tense when all those people were like trying to not be in the water.
Yeah.
But then it didn't really matter because they were quite too close enough to the water anyway. And you're like, what's going to happen? Yeah, there's lots of people getting bitten in half. There's lots of legs coming off and arms coming off. It's a shark movie, and it's really good. I love a shark movie. Anyway.
I laughed, but in a good way because I was just happy to go with it. The twist as it is
Yeah.
that the sharks can self reproduce.
Yes.
And I was just like, fucking brilliant. Just of course
You
they
need
can.
that as your
Yeah.
plot point.
So you're now
just have
telling
it.
me there might be about 8 million sharks down here.
And then there was. Absolutely. If you've not seen it yet and you enjoy any sort of shark movie, go and watch it. You'll love it. It's so much fun.
So I really enjoyed it.
I did as well.
That's it for me. How about you?
I watched that, and then I watched the next night. I watched Weird, the El Yankovic story,
Oh, yeah.
because that has come onto Amazon Prime
Nice.
over here. I've only wanted to watch it for a while because I didn't really know much about El Yankovic. However, I still don't really know anything about El Yankovic. But
I mostly just named the guy who did some song parodies.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Eat It.
yes, well, this movie's like a fake biography of El Yankovic.
Yeah.
It's not true in the slightest. None of it's true. Like the bad guy, shall we say, in the movie is Madonna.
Okay.
But he's only ever met Madonna once, and so it's all fake. And he claims that Beat It is a parody of Eat It, and he doesn't like
it.
that. But it's fun, it's good,
How's Radcliffe?
great, really good, but as you would expect, because he pretty much always is.
Yeah.
There's a couple of the Harry Potter movies where he's a bit shaky.
When he was 7.
Yeah, no, when he's old, when he's just becoming like teenage,
middle
awkward
ones.
teenage point,
Yeah.
he's a bit. But he's always great now because he just doesn't give a shit about what work he does now. He's just prepared to do anything, isn't he? I really enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected. I went with it and I had a lot of fun with it.
Cool.
But I would quite like to know the true story of Yankovic. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
Good.
Radcliffe's great. Talking of good, I've also started watching Eric.
Okay, yeah,
on
this
Netflix
is
week.
high up my list.
I've not finished it. I think I've got 2 left. There's 6 episodes, I think. So I think I'm 4 in. This is a highly tense, dark, deep child abduction story
Okay.
with a gigantic monster in it.
Yes.
And It shouldn't work, but something about it really works because they're not overusing that gimmick.
Okay.
He isn't in the first episode at all, and then he's only used sparingly in the other episodes.
Okay.
It just kind of works. It's silly,
Yeah.
but it kind of works. But the show itself is actually really dark, and I don't know if I've ever seen Benedict Cumberbatch be as good as he is. In this.
Interesting.
I will say that because he's playing this. He plays the creator of a Sesame Street style show.
Yeah.
That he has been in now for years. He's a puppeteer in this show.
Sure.
And he's grown to hate it. And it's turned him into a drug-riddled alcoholic, argues with his wife all the time.
Yeah.
They live in an apartment in this horrible area of New York. And one day their kid goes missing.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to find this kid, obviously. But at the same time, he's getting into the more drugs and more drink. And then he gets assistance from one of the puppets from the show that the son had an idea to bring in, but isn't actually a puppet from the show. So it's basically his son's imagination is helping him find his son.
Got you.
And I'm really enjoying it so far. I think it's a really good story with this really weird gimmick, and it's kind of working for me. But as I said, I've not finished it yet, so I don't know how it's going to play through at the end.
Like it.
But we'll see. I've got 2 left, I think. I think that's all I've watched this week.
Good.
I don't think I've watched anything else. The Doctor Who turned up in Doctor Who this week.
Did
That
he?
was
Oh,
nice.
that's good.
Yeah, he was in this one. That was good.
That's good. I've still not watched any. I feel I'm now at risk of not going back to it, even though I watched the Christmas special, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I never really watched any of the last Doctor. And I feel I'm at risk of it just now it's lost in the shuffle.
This series of Doctor Who, so far, have all been standalone episodes.
Okay.
So you could pick and choose whatever you wanted. There is
Okay.
no
Fair enough.
overarching story yet that you would miss out on
Okay.
if you just picked the ones you wanted to watch. I'm sure it's coming, and I'm pretty sure it's coming in this week's episode because there's like all sorts of historical shit going on in this one that's coming up. But
Because the Christmas special even did set up a sort of...
it did. But it
stuff's
ended
gonna
that
happen.
show and started a new one because this is a new reboot of Doctor Who. It's even got a new entry on IMDb.
Yeah.
This is series 1. So
Disney money, man.
Disney money. Oh, you can see the Disney money.
Yeah.
You can 100% see the Disney
Good.
money. And the Disney storylines and the Disney properties that they're using. I think that's it.
Awesome. So, what we need to do is to see what we've caught in the net this week.
We do need to see what was caught in the net
As-
this week.
We discuss the Netflix game that we've played,
We do need to discuss the Netflix games that we have played.
which you chose this week.
I did choose this week's. It's called Death's Door.
Yeah.
And you play a crow. It's a platform beat 'em up style adventure
Yeah.
where you play a crow who is the agent of death.
Yeah, you
He's
got to go
going
and
around
reap
reaping
souls. But they're all like monsters, and
Yeah.
so I don't know why you're a crow when everything else is like a mutant.
Do you know why
monster.
you don't know this?
Yeah, because the game doesn't tell me anything.
The game literally tells you nothing.
Yeah.
You get thrown into an office and then suddenly you're fighting a massive plant. You beat the plant and then you're just back in the office.
Took me ages to beat that plant.
Took me fucking ages.
So
to
many
beat
goes
that
out
plant.
of.
I have to confess, I have barely played this game this week. I played the first few levels. I got really bored of it. I didn't know what was going on, and I did not go back to it.
So I haven't played loads of it,
Okay.
and I'm going to say it's not my fault.
Okay. Whose fault is it?
I was not inspired to go
Yeah. Same.
much deeper.
Same.
So, I liked how this game looked. I quite like the little crow. He's cute.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to make me sound like an old man. I thought playing this game on a phone does it a disservice.
Agreed. That would be my biggest thing as well. Everything's really small, and you can't really make out what it is that you're fighting, even what it is you're fighting, because the level design's so big, and your character's quite small in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, the maps look awesome.
They do, and it is a beautifully drawn game, but you cannot see what you're doing on a phone.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I got bored of it really quickly.
I felt like it was, for the time that I played it, I already felt it was a chore to explore the map. Even though they look good, I was like, no, if I was doing this on my TV, maybe I'd like it, but it's just and all these doors magic up, which go to different places. And I'll be honest, my tipping point was a door magic up that I went through, and it took me back to like the admin place.
Yeah,
where
same.
all the
I
other
did
pros
exactly
are,
the same
and I was
thing.
like, I can't be asked to go back
all the way back through now. So I turned it off and never turned it back on again. I played 26 minutes of this game this week, and I feel like I've given it a fair shot because I feel like I know what this game is, and it isn't for me. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people out
the
there.
The story didn't drive me.
There's no story. It doesn't explain to you who you are, what you're doing.
What I'm saying is, when we played the Blink game, I wasn't that invested in. Like I said at the time, I wasn't invested in the first part of it. But I was like, no, I think there might be something in there. So I wanted to keep going, and I ended up enjoying it. And my interest has dropped off a cliff with this one.
It did me too, to the point where I found myself playing Slay Away Camper 2 instead.
Did you? You went back.
I went back to the week before's game. I had a couple of goes on that.
Well,
I'm still stuck on that prison level.
Oh yeah, it's tricky, that one.
It is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure this game is good to some people, but for me, this isn't the sort of game I enjoy.
I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think it translates well to this.
It doesn't transfer to mobile gaming.
Yeah. Having said that, I don't think it's the worst game I've played.
Do you think it's worse than? Do you think it's better than Kentucky Route Zero?
I think so.
I think it's really difficult to compare them because I feel the same about both of them. I was bored of them both, and they're not. But neither of them are my style of game. I feel like
I was less frustrated by this. I just wasn't interested.
I agree. I went to this once. I did go to Kentucky Route Zero a couple of times.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know if that says something. Would never even thought to give this one another chance. Whereas I did 3 or 4 times go back to Kentucky Route Zero. So
my gut feeling was third, but
I think it's fourth.
Okay,
I genuinely do.
I tell you what,
it's my game.
Yeah, that's going to be our.
Okay.
We make it easier for the games table because if there's a bit of a disagreement, then the person who chose the game gets the
casting vote.
The casting vote.
Okay, it goes bottom of the stream then, if that's the case. What's it called? Death's Door.
Death's Door.
What are we playing this week, Nick?
So I've been having a look, and what I have decided that we will try for next week's episode is a game set in World War One.
Okay.
And it is called Valiant Hearts Coming Home.
What goes on in Valiant Hearts?
I believe it is a mixture of puzzles.
Okay.
And I think you get to do a bit of flying around in an aeroplane as well.
Okay. Can do that.
And possibly even a bit of warring.
Oh, a bit of shooting.
So we'll see. But again, it's got from the, I haven't actually kicked up, started the game up, but from the screenshots that I've seen, it looks kind of comic booky.
Okay.
In style as well. So let's give it a go.
You won me over at puzzling. I like puzzles. I like puzzle games.
Valiant Hearts Coming Home.
Okay, we will give it a go.
Hopefully it's better than the title.
Yeah, the title's not great, is it?
That's what we're trying for next week.
Sweet. Okay, sounds good. Right, I think we've done a wave.
We have.
Happy with it?
Very.
Good, me too. Done. I don't think we've even got anything left to say. So
we did what's coming on Thursday at the start.
We did. But shall we do a quick reminder?
Come back on Thursday and we're going to be talking about The Womb.
The Womb.
The penultimate movie in season 10 of Bottom of the Stream.
Indonesian horror movie.
Yeah.
Come back on Thursday for that.
Cheers!
Bye!